Merry Christmas, dudes and dudettes. I am Solidus-Skully and welcome to the Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko commentary. Ah, the Heavenly Ardos logo. You are very sorely missed. To kind of go off tangent a little bit, I do really miss, like, legitimately cool logos. You don't see them around anymore. Most of the time they're either just, like, generically fonted, or, like, they have this... like, they just sort of fade in and out, and that's boring, man. Like, bring back the extreme logos, dude. Like, the one on the blimp that Gex's cohort is running in. Oh, man, this is just summertime chillaxation to the extreme, dude. Crystal Dynamics. Oh, I missed it when you actually made games instead of Tomb Raider. Or the eventual success, or possibly not success, depends on how it will be handled, of the Avengers game I think they're making. Seems a little bit weird. I'm pretty sure the Avengers' popularity is kind of getting past its prime now. Whatever. Rez is on the hunt for something new to ruin with his evil media tentacles. And we can sink our claws into Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko. I love this opening title screen, man. It is so fucking chillax. It's just sick, dude. Anyway, I'll stop talking in anachronistic phrases because this is the well, we're nearing the 2020s. I don't know if this slang will be outdated or if it'll come back into fashion. Who knows? Let's just get started and dive right in.
And that's how the Cabinet Minister got his trousers back. What's this? Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been handed some late-breaking news. Special Agent Extra, head of the TV Terrorist Defense Unit, and star of many of my private dreams, is apparently missing.
Jumpin' Jerry Springer!
Agent Extra was last seen wearing 8-inch heels and a red bathing suit. Her current whereabouts are unknown.
Gex! Gex!
Agent Extra? You poor kidnapped minx.
Hey, Tiger. Guess where I am? Trapped in the media dimension. Rez is back, and he's kidnapped me to get to you. He's attacking your secret island cave.
Hey, speaking of secrets, you want to see my...
Gex, quit clowning around and get me out of here. This place is giving me the creeps. Just dial me in.
If you're calling from a touch-tone phone, please press 1 now.
Gex, listen up. Keep your watch on at all times so I can call you. Meanwhile, get me out of here. I need you.
You and every other beautiful government agent trapped in a TV set. I'm on my way. Schlemeel, Schlemazel. Hey, that tingles! Rez, get ready for the ultimate gecko weapon, baby. Yeah.
And so, yes, meet our new hub world overlord thing, whatever. Very Danny Elfman-esque, very 1989 Batman, Tim Burton sort of thing. Again, I said as much in the review, but I really do love the Gex Cave as a hub world. You'll see a little bit more of it as we go on, but generally, I love the darker atmosphere of this. It's just... well, to be honest, it hits me in a way that the other... well, with the possible exception of the other, the cyberpunk hub world of Gex 1, it's cool, man. And, yeah, we also have a little tutorial sequence here if you go off into the side room. It's really nothing much, it's just teaching you the basics of how to jump, how to tail whip, basically do all the stuff that Alfred will basically be teaching you. Well, I suppose I'll be teaching you since I'm the one talking over the game and waffling on with, well, relative ease. But yeah, I said that the review was going to be the last time that I covered Gex on the channel, but, I lied. This will be the true final goodbye. Now, what better way to cap off this series than to... well, do similarly to what Crystal Dynamics did in, like, 2000, when they abandoned it, so 2000, 2020. 20-year decade, it fits, damn it. Incidentally, I really do love the static effect when the enemies, like, disappear. I don't know, it's just kind of fitting for Gex, and, I don't know if this is because I'm easily distracted, but I just think the effect looks cool. You aren't forced to do this training sequence, by the way. I mean, you can just go off and get to the regular levels, and, well, you wouldn't really be doing any worse for it. The only thing that you really do have to do as an incentive for this is basically just to get a remote right at the end of this, and in turn also find some hidden poor and bonus coins. Again, poor coins, basically, if you collect 25 of them, you increase your health points, and with the bonus coins, you unlock bonus missions. Kind of self-explanatory. And it is also another reason why this commentary is also going to come with a bit of an exclamation point, because Well, there's going to be a lot of heavy editing involved. Since this is the footage that I used for the review, yes, I'm also going to be cutting out collecting 100 coins for a remote, well, for the 4th remote that you need to get by collecting everything. Mainly because of the fact that it is fucking tedious and I suffered for your wars, so, you know, absolve me of my sins, I will absolve you of your sins in the next life. It's probably a bit sacrilegious, but whatever. And, in turn, just collecting needless stuff, because, I mean, once you get 25 poor coins, you get an extra hit point. I don't think you want to see me scouring the levels, so... yes, editing cuts are a go-go, dude.
To tail bounce, press jump again whilst in here to reach higher paw prints.
Yeah, I guess also to talk a little bit more about the cast in this game, well, for what little there is, you do also have Alfred, which is Gex's butler that I guess he got somewhere in between Enter the Gecko. I'm gonna assume that they met through Nikki from Pandemonium. You know, they were staying at that hotel, and Alfred just happened to cross Gex along the way, avoiding phone calls from Nikki, and, well, that explains why we don't have any Pandemonium 3. Gex cut her off financially after that messy divorce, and he could only fill the hole with Agent Extra, his new love interest. We've already discussed Gex's tendency to prefer human women. I just assume some Anthro characters have that. Whatever creepier aspects you want to talk about. I'm just killing time here, really. Again, you have pretty much all the same sort of basic moves that you had in Enter the Gecko. You can karate kick, you can tail whip, bounce. The only real thing, well, I'll get into power-ups and everything as we go on, but it's pretty much the same. The only real difference is, as I did also point out in the review, is that Gex's movements here are a lot more chunky compared to Enter the Gecko. Not necessarily in a bad way, he still controls just fine, it's just that you kind of feel it when you're navigating around platform structures. Like, I mean, if you were to do a regular jump to reach the other paw print, which you can do just barely, I don't know, you might find yourself just barely getting to some platforms, or slipping off, because, well, a certain level that I have a lot of dislike for, which also required the Dan stinger, was the Mythology Network. And thus we have our remote, a freebie, if you will. Weird that Gex has one of them already in here, but, well, then again, considering the Media Dimension adventures he's already had, might as well stockpile them. But anyway, now that's enough of that. As I also did mention in the review, there are plenty of hidden secrets to be found in the Gex Cave in and of itself, some of which might just be bonus coins or poor coins, or, you know, some hidden secret levels that I will be pointing out as we go on in the game. But at the same time, though, we also do have some, well, interesting little nooks and crannies here. Again, only one of these regenerates. I think it's just the fly coin and the extra life capsule. So again, if you find yourself running a bit low on lives, or if you just want to grab one extra because you're feeling like dipping in for a little treat, well, this place has got you covered. So anyway, to get into the Christmas spirit, let's finally start the game now.
I do believe that it's time to start the game now.
Oh, is it, Alfred? Now, let's get into the Christmas spirit. And, yeah, pretty much same structure as Gex 3D Enter the Gecko. There really isn't too much different, but then again, I do have my handy-dandy tangents, and, again, this is also where a lot of the editing will come in. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is that we're going to be entering the TV once, but I will be showing off all 3 missions and cutting to the specific points where it's, well, relevant. Now, I realize this might make things a little bit, confusing from a spatial perspective, if that's the right tone of phrase to use. Again, keeping in mind, this is also accounting for the fact that I'm also going for the 100 fly coins to get a remote, because, well, review. But in turn, this is also really just down to a factor of making things a little bit more efficient. Again, you will see generally a lot of where the TVs are, a lot of where you have to go and what you need to do by the level itself, because again, like in Gex 3 Enter the Gecko, you see your objective first up, you know, once you start a mission, and you find out where the TV is after you complete it. So, yeah, structurally sound, pretty good, and you will more or less be fine with this. Again, like I said, like, if you played Gex 3D Enter the Gecko and you liked what you played there, pretty much the same deal here, only with a bunch of original levels, and, well, some things that are simultaneously better and worse than the previous game. I'll point those out as we go on. In fact, I probably already pointed that out in the review, but, well, for the sake of having a little bit more of a thorough look, slash rambly look, slash, giving me an excuse to ramble over a game that I like a lot, yeah, we'll just cover things as they go on. This mission themselves being to smash statues and inform Rez that Gex is here, baby, and there will be no prisoners once he's finished here. And again, as I mentioned before, there's a lot about this level that I do genuinely like. The most important thing of which being the fact that it looks very fucking refreshing in there. Yeah, it is very hot in Australia at the moment, and my god, this level is just so cool. I know it doesn't feel like it at the moment for me, but it looks like I feel the air conditioning from the game itself, and it is just glorious. Oh god, I wish I was there. But I mean, anyway, to get back onto less warm topics, the objectives themselves, especially for this mission, aren't too bad. I mean, I think the real bummer of it all is to smash 5 statues, hence why we're getting out of the way first. The other 2 missions, though, quite fun. I mean, and again, something I don't think I quite brought up in the review is that some of these levels also contain, I guess, mini-bosses, to put it lightly. They don't appear too frequently, but they are levels that, well, you know, contain a few little hidden things here and there. Which I suppose I'll point out as we get to it. The first important thing of which being Rex. I was going to call him Rez for a second. Gex's... I don't even know what Rex is supposed to be in relation to Gex. Is it his ancestor? I don't think it's meant to be that, because we saw Gex's ancestor in the prehistoric level. I don't really know what Rex's deal is. Like, I mean, did Gex meet him in Gex 3D Enter the Gecko in like a spin-off manga, novel, whatever thing? Did he time travel here? Is he Gex's ancestor? Why is he in the media dimension? It really would have helped if they developed his character to the point where he actually knew who the fuck he was, you know. And again, I did say as much, like, I mean, Gex, for as parodial as it is, didn't really do much with its established cast, which, you know, even a Crash Bandicoot game can say that it did, because, well, I mean, you could at least tell me something about, you know, Engine, or Cortex, or Coco, or Torna, or whatever. You can't really say the same about characters like, say, Cuz, or, well, Rex. I mean, the only characters you can really speak for is Gex, Agent Extra, and Alfred, and that's only really because of the fact that they have speaking roles. Any other time, and, well, what else is there? But again, our mission now is to defeat the evil Santa Claus, because all things have evil Santa Clauses in them. Like this... fuck, was it Satan Claus or Psycho Santa? You know, the low-budget evil Santa Claus movie where the only purpose he had for killing was because Merry Christmas! I wonder what everybody's thinking across the hall. They're probably thinking I'm probably insane. Or that I'm gonna go on a Santa Claus killing spree. He'll fling presents at you and you hit him back. The hitbox is a little bit deceptive on this, but I mean, apart from that, you should be able to take care of him no problem. It's, well, just a matter of hitting them back. I don't know, maybe it's a timing thing, but... yeah. And this is what I mean by mini-bosses. You hit the thing back at him. There is another boss like this, but... yeah, nothing much. Again, I mentioned in the review as such, but the bosses in Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko are really nothing to speak of. I'll talk about them as we go on, but... then again, if you saw the review, I already covered them. Watch it now on Skully Reviews before it's taken down because of the children violence against people fucking thing, because people are too lazy to raise their fucking children. Whatever. We'll see if this video gets taken down, but then again, Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko was rated T for teen, so I should be okay. And if not, then, well, it's time to begin my prolific profile as a serial killer, because what else am I gonna do? Anyway, enough depressing stuff, because now is where the editing comes in. More than it already is. Yeah, we get to play as Gex on a snowboard and eliminate the elves which were harshing their mellow, apparently. I don't know. The hitbox on the elves themselves is a little bit deceptive, but I don't know. With snowboarding is honestly one of my favorite extreme sports, so I'm hyped as hell, man. More games need to have, like, snowboarding in it, man. They don't really release that many anymore, which is kind of depressing. I really loved snowboarding games on the PS2. The nostalgia. And again, go through all these as the professional extreme sports dude that you are, and you will get a bonus coin. Again, one thing I will say about the objectives in Gex, well, both games really, is they're relatively simple, but... and again, I already brought this up in the review, which I'm probably going to be saying a lot throughout this commentary, is that there are some levels that do a lot to sustain their gimmick, and that's, well, in a platform game especially, it's kind of something that you need, because I was actually going through Crash Bandicoot, well, sorry, 3 Crash Bandicoot Warped, you'll find out why I call it that, on Australia Day 2020. But yeah, I was going through that, and I was actually finding myself with very little to say about a lot of the levels in Crash 3, and one of the things that did kind of, I guess Gex 3 kind of opened up my eyes to, is the fact that you kind of need to sustain your gimmick when your 3D platformer is very Spartan and level-based. And I think the Gex series does a good job of this by having a lot of parody elements, but at the same time also a lot of varied mission objectives, which I guess provides a fascinating dichotomy between, you know, the actual game mechanics and level design itself, and, well, sort of the aesthetics that keep things interesting. I don't know, it's just something I've gotten to thinking about recently, and, well, might explain why some games appeal to some people and some don't. Again, it's a thought that I might explore for a future video at some point. The remote, but now we have to leave this poor level. Can I just stay here in the nice cold snow and I don't have to worry about, you know, being stinking fucking hot? Well, I say stinking fucking hot, but not in the good way. A boo hoo hoo.
Nice work, Frosty. You're getting warmer.
Not warm enough. When this is over, I say we perform a few experiments with body heat.
Good technique, but that hat does nothing for me. Now how about you focus that extreme sports tale of yours on getting me out of here?
And here are the cutscenes you didn't see in the review. Hope you enjoy that, because that's basically all that Agent Extra amounts to. And you'll be seeing all of them, yes indeedy, and I'll give my throat a nice little break for one thing, but now it's time to show you off a bonus mission. I don't think I'll be showing off a lot of these, mainly because of the fact that I don't think they really offer anything in terms of original value, with the exception of this one. Yes, this takes place in Australia. In fact, you can actually see my house, right over there. Yes, I am recording this. Hi, Gex! I'm recording a commentary while you're outside the window for some reason. Because this is where I totally lived. Yeah, this is how I commute. I have a kangaroo parked right outside my house. I have to deal with those fucking koalas throwing empty cans of beer at me. Oh, man, it really does make going to work a pain in the ass, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, of course, we have to hop around, you know. We gotta ring the bells, otherwise, well, if the 2 minutes run out, well, we're fired, basically. Oh, and by the way, for that billboard over there, I know you can't really see it, but we call them prawns around here, not fucking shrimp. Unless, of course, you're like shrimp dick, because you're a fucking bitch. What am I saying? I have no idea. I really do like the, again, I know it's just a painted, like, skybox, but I really do love the... like, the warm sunrise here. It's quite aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, this is basically how most of the missions run. You have a timer, collect or hit a certain amount of things, avoid hazards like the drunken koalas, which is an all-too-common occurrence around here. And, well, bada bing, you do the thing, and you get cheat codes that you can use in the vault inside the Gex Cave. What that is, I'll talk to you about next part. But anyway, well, I hope you dudes and dudettes are enjoying your Christmas. I'm Solidus-Skully, keep it new metal. I hope you're all having a very Merry Christmas. And, well, come January 2020, we'll be seeing more of Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko commentary, so... catch you later, dudes and dudettes, and, ho ho ho, Merry Christmas.